All right, you guys, I want you to step up this week and embrace all of your greatness. So much of the time, I find women like me, whoever I'm around, then you start to become, act, behave just like all those individuals. And in the world, we're kind of been like led to believe that we should fit in, we should do the things. And this is what came a huge aha to me as I was really like, what was on my heart to share with you guys. As I grew up, I never followed the crowd. Okay. I did some activities as a young girl right here. I'm 53. So I was doing some activities with the boys that like that wouldn't be typical. And it was because my neighborhood like was full of boys. So I climbed trees and built forts and did all the other things. Um, as I continued to get older, I would be the person who could be the top scholar, but also be the athlete, but also be in band, but also play the harp. Like, who does all that, right? People are like, oh no, you're a band this, you're an athlete this, you're a scholar this. No, 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 let's break the molds. You could do anything you wanted to do. And as I continued to go on, similar things happened to me all throughout high school, all throughout college. I ended up president of my sorority young as a sophomore. Like, who does that? Like, that's not normal. That's not the way the course is supposed to go. But I chose that. So I never followed the norm. The same thing happened to me in after college, right? I went off, just traveled the world. It was like at that day, it's really popular now, but at that time, like, who, you don't do that. And whether it was joining the sorority that I joined one that I just like, I didn't know anyone, but I felt like I was supposed to be there and not the ones that people already knew me in, and you should choose this instead. I've always beat it to my own drum, even all the way into my professional field when I was a physical therapist practicing. I found a mentor who was out of the box, always doing something different. And so people were like, oh, what are you doing? Then they were curious because I always got different results. And what I also found is when I was living true to me, people wanted to be in proximity. But let me ask if this has happened to you. When we're young and we don't necessarily have all those preconceived notions, then we can be in a league of our own. We can do whatever we want. But somehow, after college and we're all in this adulting life, you more and more think you're supposed to conform. You're supposed to have this sort of a job. You're supposed to date this sort of a guy. You're supposed to get married. You're supposed to have 2.5 kids. You're supposed to, right? And then we're all living in the supposed to world, but we're not living our world. Well, now, many of you listeners, I know that follow me. And please, if you're on social, like drop a one down below if you're like, oh my God, this is so me. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, I want you to just shake your head, put your hand in the air like you just don't care, and say, yes, like now you're into your 50s or you're into your late 40s, your 50s, your 60s. Like your kids are gone away. Maybe you either want to reinvent yourself, maybe you're starting a new business, maybe you have not been working for a long time and you're like, do I go back in the corporate world? Can I do my own thing? How can I find purpose? I want you to understand, don't look at what everybody else is doing. You need to be elite in a league of your own. I was really inspired this morning because another one of my friends and mentors, she sent me a podcast, and I'm like, yes, like we need to rise up. And when we rise up, you're in the energy that's just so different. You're in the energy of not that you want things to happen or need things to happen or should them to happen. They just will happen. It's this higher belief of you don't need anymore because it just is. And it's very hard to live in this space when the people around you, maybe your spouse, maybe your best friend, isn't in this space, or the group of people that you're with are not in that space. I can't have you stuck as fine. And whether you're stuck in finding your health, whether you're stuck in finding your life, This is where a couple things, you guys. I don't even know if all of you know. I know you guys know. My name is Kellie Lupsha. I was a physical therapist for 30 years. Now I help women. I'm a high performance health coach, but I blend health coaching and life coaching to become the best version of you, to live extraordinary. Most of us know what to do. That's not the problem. It's not the problem of getting data or information in the world today. It's application integration and follow through and accountability. That's what it is. So I do have programs, which Dr. Heidi and I run. We have a membership, which is amazing. You should be in. But if you're like, I am just ready to be in a league of my own, I am just ready for the life I've designed, then I do private one-on-one coaching. And it's like, let's compress, months or years into days and weeks. It doesn't need to take that long. It's a lot of changing your thinking, who you are, how to operate in a league of your own, how to be that healthy, vibrant, energetic person that you're designed to be, and you're divinely here at this moment to be. So let me ask you, are you enjoying your life, but kind of to the point that, like, oh, where did the past week go? Oh, what just happened? Time went by. We all have the same 24 hours, but I want you to be really thoughtful and planning and diligent on what are you going to do in the hours that you have. You're going to maximize that. If you're looking for an opportunity, if you're saying you're going to take care of your health, then put first things first. One of my other mentors, Ed Milet, he says, put the fear things first. So maybe you don't really like working out, but you know it's part of a longevity lifestyle. So if you fear working out, knock it out. Do it first, right? What's going to move the needle big in your day, in your life, in your health, in your, just vibrancy? Because you deserve an extraordinary life is waiting for you. You just have to say, I'm here. I'm here. Step in. Be in a league of your own. I've had times throughout my years of mid 20s to mid 40s of, do I belong? Should I do this? What are other people going to think? Maybe I should just follow the crowd. And then I'm like, forget that. I don't want to be fine. I want to do what's common. I want to do what lights me up. Nobody else is living my life, paying my bills. And for the most of the part, most people are living a life they don't love. I don't want to be that person either. And you don't want to be that person either. Most people are like on a scale of 0 to 10 of happiness, a 5. Most people on a scale of 0 to 10 of joy, they're a 5. Most people of a scale of 0 to 10 in their health, they're a 5. You get what I'm saying? Who wants to live at a 5? We want to have like rainbows and butterflies and sparkles and energy. We want to live a life of 10, of extraordinary. And it comes with all the ranges to feel, but we need to get out of feeling fine. So if you're out there thinking, how can I be in a league of my own? I want you to write down some things. The very first thing you need to ask yourself is, am I being intentional with my time? Am I being intentional with building something? And when I say building something, it could be the best version of you, the healthiest version of you. The, I always say, I always want my children to be so proud of me. And one of the things was in my old language was, I wish I was a better mom. I wish I was there for my children more. But I don't know if you know this. This is a fact that daughters of working mothers are, can't remember if it's 22 or 24%. I think it's 24% more likely to be more successful and make more money. Interesting. And I will say, all 4 of my children have said, thank you for being such a hard worker. Thank you for being a role model. Thank you for showing us we could do everything. Thank you for, being that entrepreneur of not letting barriers and boundaries stop you. When I was doing it, I was just doing it. I wasn't necessarily thinking, what will my kids think, right? But then when my kids tell me how proud of me they are, and they wrote papers on me, and they told me I inspired them, and now they want to work hard to inspire the people in their life. It's like mind blowing, mind blowing. To the fact that one of our children started a job a little over a year ago, like 14 months ago. And in that, he was on a track for another level of a job, which typically takes 2 to 3 years to get on that track. And he made it in 14 months. And they said that was the fastest anyone went through that track. And your work ethic, we want everybody to be like you. He was so proud. He goes, why would I want it any other way? We're gonna live this life. Why wouldn't I do my best work? Why wouldn't I show up big? Why wouldn't you? So, ladies, I'm asking you, you need to be in a league of your own. We have half of our life to still live and thrive and be productive and feel purpose. So, I want you to say, am I being intentional with my days, my times, and what do I even want? And the second thing is, I need you to start really understanding what is that life you want? What do you want to feel like? What do you want it to be like? If you never imagined it, you can't be that next version, right? That 2.0 version of you, that 10.0 version of you, because now you are in a league of your own. So some people might say, "Ooh, what are you doing? Why are you doing that?" That's okay. Because you are now stepping out of average, of common, of the norm. And I encourage you with everything inside of me, be that person. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let being common hold you back. Don't let feeling fine hold you back, right? Fine is the four-letter word. You guys know that when I say that. We don't say fine in this household. How are you really feeling? How are you really doing? I don't know what it is for you. What I do know is it's hard to do it alone. Many of you know I attend a lot of summits or retreats. Holy moly. I came back from a 3-day retreat when I was in Florida. The what it lit me up inside to want to be the best version of myself, but also that people want to hear what I have to say, and I want to keep up this energetic vivaciousness that I have because it's infectious and it's contagious, and I want you to have it, and I want your world to like be fabulous. Literally, ladies. So live your life in a league of your own. Be in a world of league of your own. With your health, with your life, with your money, with your relationships, with your finances. Here's the thing I always say is, what are you waiting for? So we're in October, rolling into November shortly. It's going to be the holidays. Life is going to be full. Life is going to be busy. Do not wait till January 1st. There is no magic and pixie dust that falls upon us on January 1st that we decide to change our habits and behaviors and become a new person. You have that decision right now, today. Today is the best day to make that decision, to pour into yourself, to just say yes. So maybe that saying yes is finally just putting yourself first. Maybe saying yes is joining our membership with Heidi and I to help you. Maybe your yes is, I want this private one-on-one, Kellie. What does this look like? I want to change my life. I want to change my health. I literally want to transform. Please help me. Whatever it is for you. And if you don't have me as a coach, that's okay. But ladies, you need a coach, a mentor, a group that supports you, that's pushing you, that's uplifting you. And if you're in groups right now and they're not doing that, you might want to ask yourself, is there a better group or person that I should be hanging around? Because you all know that you become just like the top 5 people that you spend most of your time with. So is that who you want to become? All right, you guys, until next week, mwah, love you. Live in vitality, activate your life in so many ways. However I can help and reach out. Your call to action is make a decision today. Cheers.